Wolf here, guys. Morning. It's December 19th, 2017. Probably by the time you get this video, this podcast / video, I will probably be at my company Christmas party. But anyway, let me talk about this thing with Tavis Smiley. Yes, Tavis Smiley, formerly of BET, and later on ousted by BET years later. And he eventually went and got his own show on PBS that he had since 2004, according to Tavis Smiley. It was a very popular show. About 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, Tavis Smiley was removed from his show. Last week, about almost 2 weeks ago. He was removed from his long-time running hit talk show on PBS amid allegations of sexual conduct. Now, Tavis said he was going to, and he said in the video that he posted last week, that he was going to fight those charges. Now, here's my thing. He also publicly said that the sexual misconduct that was going on was not only consensual. He actually said that. But it was also said that those consensual liaisons that he had were also on the property of the production studio that he works at. Yeah. So in other words, you still wrong, bro. You still wrong. And PBS said they stand by what they did. And you know what? I kind of happen to agree. It's one thing if you had a consensual relationship with him. Although I don't condone fraternization in the workplace anyway. Because that actually can lead to a lot of problems. Trust me on that. But it can also lead to possible lawsuits of women accusing you of actually sexually harassing them, which in essence led to what he's up to now, in trouble with his program. Matter of fact, they say he lost several sponsors, including Walmart. So it's definitely going to hurt him. No question about that. My thing is, how are you going to fight charges for having consensual sex on the property of the studio that you work for? That makes no sense, brother. You already done put your foot in your mouth, so to speak. You just committed career suicide, brother. There's no question about that. You just committed career suicide. Because now, people were like, well, damn, Tavis. Brother, you had consensual sex. We understand that. It wasn't inappropriate sexual behavior or sexual harassment, but you had consensual sex with the very women who work with you, and in some cases, well, I don't know that 100%, but in some cases, probably for you. And now you put yourself out there. Now you're probably in bigger trouble than anybody else because you admit to doing on the grounds on top of that. And I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say. You kind of made your bed, and now you got to lie in it. Because you went ahead and did something that was really, for the most part, completely taboo. And that's the reason why you don't shit where you eat, so to speak. That was an old saying, a long saying about people who fraternize with other people in the workplace. You don't shit where you eat. Because at the end of the day, it's going to all stink. You know, you out there having consensual sex with some of your female co-workers, but at the same token, dude, you work with them. That can create problems and tensions. You know, I'm telling you, it will. I would have thought if anybody knew better, it was Tavis Smiley. I mean, that's just me. But you got black people trying to defend Tavis Smiley. I can't defend him on that. At first, I was like, yeah. I said I didn't think Tavis Smiley would do that kind of stuff. But then when he started saying he had consensual sex, and then he tried to break it down. At one point, he was trying to break it down and say it wasn't as bad as everybody else. I'm like, dude, it wasn't rape. You're right. It wasn't sexual harassment, as far as we know. But to me personally, it's just as bad, and you put yourself out there for the greater risk of it being just as bad. Because now some of those women can actually come out and say, yeah, he sexually harassed me. Yes, he used his leverage of his influence to get me to have sex with him. Yes, he actually raped me. Dude, you put yourself in a bigger hole, or as big of a hole as anybody else, just because you had consensual sex with these females, and you had consensual sex with these females based on what you said on the job. Dude, on the job? Really? You just open yourself to a can of worms, brother. You just open yourself up to a can of worms. Once you admit to that, you just as guilty as the rest of them. I'm sorry, Tavis Smiley. But the truth of it is, you fucked up too. Nothing to defend at this point. You basically fucked up. There's no ifs, no ands, and pardon the pun, there's no buts about it. Except yours on the sling. Thank you. I'm here all week. It's your boy DJ Wolf. I had to be honest about this. You know, I'll say this before I go. I was a big fan of Tavis Smiley for many years when he was on BET. I occasionally watch this talk show on PBS sometimes. Depends on the guest he had. He actually had Prince on there one time. That was probably one of the better interviews I've seen. But ain't nothing else I could say but the fact you're just as guilty as the rest of them, bro. You're just as guilty. It's DJ Wolf. I'll be talking to you guys later. I'm out.